I am an epistemologist. My area of interest is interdisciplinary studies, transdisciplinary studies, which means that I study not only science's knowledge, but all the understanding of what is it to know. And in my research, I ended up realizing that there are other forms of knowing that are not scientific. And that is a difficult question. Some people do not accept it. I tried, and I think I convinced at least my PhD committee that you can define different forms of knowledge, different systems of knowledge that actually have epistemic status. Epistemologists, they are very bold creatures. They evaluate theories through an epistemic point of view, and they try to understand, obviously, the concepts involved. I went into metabiology, analyzing this mathematical theory, and especially because of its interdisciplinary nature. This was my focus. And I was curious in saying, how can different areas relate and make sense? Do they make sense when they relate? So I have a set of guidelines that I proposed as for interdisciplinary research, and I tested them on metabiology. I said, I'm going to get this case, and I'm going to analyze this case to the depth. And I was very intrigued in how this analysis actually worked out well, and how metabiology was a rich terrain for me to experiment. When we look at the biological realm and we realize the diversity of life forms, and we realize how this whole process that we imagine as evolution took place, there is definitely a call for there is something very creative in this process. Creative in the sense that something that was not there before suddenly comes into being. We look at evolution as a process that is creative in as much as it or tremendously diverse output. And this biological creativity in metabiology is being expressed through mathematical creativity. And this is also a tremendous, mind-blowing pursuit, because mathematics is many times taught as something that is very systematic, very square, very formal, very well-defined, and that it has its world very nicely organized and closed. Whereas here we are using a form of mathematics that is open. This is why this metamathematics and metabiology can actually, how can I say, dance together.